Hey guys, got some sad news. The greatest game show host of all time, Bob Barker, has passed away at the age of 99. We're going to watch this video from Entertainment Tonight. I hope I don't get any copyright claims. That's why I made the screen smaller just in case. But before we watch this video, let's talk about Bob Barker, man. I remember watching The Price is Right when I was a kid during Bob Barker's last year as the host in 2007. I was 6 years old at the time. And when I was a kid, I played the Price is Right video game on the PC. If you're a big Price is Right fan, you know what I'm talking about. Um, and I also have the Price is Right Wii game. Yeah, I do. I never made videos of that, but maybe I should start doing that. Haven't played that game in years, man. And the PC version. But the PC version, for those of you that play that game, it has like all the classic Price is Right games. And those were the best, man. Those were the best. Um, but yeah, I remember watching The Price is Right a lot when I was a kid. And the show is still going to this day. I believe they're now in their 51st season, 52nd season. That's a long time. This show started like over 50 years ago, you know? Bob Barker was the host for over 30 years. This game show, over 30 years as the host. That's just amazing. Um, so he retired in 2007, and he was 83 years old. And he would make some special appearances a little after that. Um, I'm a WWE fan, wrestling fan. If you're a wrestling fan, then you probably remember he made a special appearance on Monday Night Raw as the as a special guest host. I remember watching the opening segment. It was so funny. Um, if I can find a video on YouTube, I can put that in the end screen or in the description below. It is so funny. And of course, Happy Gilmore, the movie Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler. Oh man, that is an all-time classic. When they were fighting on the golf course, go watch that video. Yeah, that's on YouTube too, so I'll put that in the end screen as well. But man, that was hilarious. 99, he was so close to making it to 100. I think a lot of us wanted for him to make it to 100. His birthday's on December 12th, so he would have turned 100 in 3.5 months from now. And, part of me was asking to myself, will Bob Barker make it to 100? And part of me was like, I think he will, but part of me had a bad feeling that he'll. I think I had a bad feeling that he might pass away right before he reaches 100, and now we got the news today. And there's a YouTube channel of The Price is Right, the Barker era, where they upload classic moments from the 80s. For those of you that have Roku TV, the app, it's free. You can get the Roku app on Amazon Fire Stick. We have that. It's free. They have a channel, a 24/7 channel of old Price is Right episodes with Bob Barker in it. So I might start watching some of those, you know, as a tribute. And they had a lot of the classic price games back then. You know, man, I haven't watched a new episode of The Price is Right in years. I just stopped watching it. But and then Drew Carey took over, and You know, I remember reading comments saying, yeah, how can anyone replace Bob Barker? But Drew Carey is also a great host, and he's still going today. He's been the host for 16 years, and you know, you can tell Drew Carey was very nervous on his first show after Bob Barker retired. You can tell he was nervous. But I like Drew Carey too. He's really good. They have they're a little different, you know. But yeah, man, it's just a sad, man, for wrestling fans too, man. You know, because Bob Barker was in WWE for a little bit, you know. Lost Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt, and now Bob Barker. Oh, man. You know what, man? I'll save this at the end of the reaction video. Alright, guys, I think I've said enough. Let's now watch this video.
And now here's the star of The Price is Right, Bob Barker!
I have been blessed in that I have had 50 years doing something that I have thoroughly enjoyed and I've been paid for. How good can you have? I'm constantly looking for a contestant with whom I can get laughs.
I had a dream about you, so I had to come down here.
What were we doing in the dream?
You were chasing me in the hayloft.
Bob started his career in radio while he was still in college, and even though when you think of The Price is Right, you think of Bob, his big break was actually Truth or Consequences in 1956.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And I became the host of a national television show just overnight. It was the break of my life.
Such a classic,
It was
man.
16 years later, in 1972, when Bob landed the job he would hold for nearly 35 years.
Wow. Man,
No
over
matter how tired
thousands
you
and
get,
thousands
there's
of
always a place to take a
episodes.
little rest.
Bob helped thousands of contestants win big on the show, but those wheel spins and car giveaways helped him win 17 Emmys.
Wow.
The most of any game show host.
Wow.
Give it back.
I did not know
In
that.
2007, Bob decided to drop his signature Skinny Mike and hand The Price is Right
Skinny
over
Mike.
to Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, come on down. It seemed to me that it was a neat time to retire. The show has been a hit since day one and is still right up there at the top. And I thought this was just a good time to quit.
He wasn't gone for long, though. Bob returned to the show 3 more times, first in 2009 to promote his autobiography.
With your
Yep.
permission, I would
The audience
like
went
to get
crazy.
everyone in the audience-
Then again
Look
in
at that.
2013 to celebrate his 90th birthday.
Oh, everybody say hi to the birthday boy, Bob Barker.
And
Wow.
finally, in 2015, for an epic April Fool's Day prank, taking Drew's place.
Yeah,
for a
no one
while
saw
before
this
the
coming.
reins
If you
back
remember
up.
watching the April Fool's 2015 episode, no one saw this coming. What a surprise that was.
Now, I'm here because I was selected by The Price is Right to be their April Fool. That's right.
How do you keep in such marvelous shape?
Well, I'm a vegetarian and I try to get my rest and I drink.
That sounds like a nice start for my life. I'm going to change it all over to that.
Bob had
Oh,
other
yeah.
iconic gigs.
There it
His
is.
appearance in
Happy
Adam
Gilmore.
Sandler's Happy Gilmore in 1996 was his first ever movie role. Fight, Comedy Gold.
Piece of you. I want the whole
Yeah,
thing.
look, there it is.
E.T. was on the
Classic.
set with Bob, where at 72 years young, he did his own stunt work.
Let's go.
Can you imagine this guy doing it
I was
in
on Price is Right. We were talking
WWE
about this in the
wrestling
dressing
ring?
room. And I told them that I was going to be doing this and that I won the fight and so on. And they said, well, you got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. And so I suggested that, and they're letting me do it myself. I'm pleased.
Wow.
Here's a young man who watched me as he was growing up, and look at him. He's a star. He's a
Yeah,
success.
see, that's what
that could
happened.
happen to you if
Man.
you watch me on television.
Bob went
Yeah.
on to do cameos in other shows like How I Met Your Mother and Family Guy, and even dropped in on the Everybody Loves Raymond set
Wow.
for a gag.
Brad?
This is Brad. Yes, Brad. Yes, Bob. Brad. How are you?
I've been your fan for years.
But perhaps his favorite role was that of devoted husband to his wife of 36 years, Dorothy. The couple met when Bob was just 15 years old and remained together until her death from lung cancer in 1981 at age 57.
Wow.
True love for Bob.
His wife died over
His
40
wife
years
was
ago.
success.
My wife and I had our own radio show years and years and years ago. And when we go on vacation, we'd be talking about the show. If we had a long weekend, no matter what we were doing, we'd say, you know, for the show we could. And it was always the show, the show.
Bob never remarried, and in his later years, he was often seen visiting Dorothy's grave. But here's something else most people never knew about Bob.
I am a karate enthusiast. Chuck Norris was my first instructor. I had never even seen karate, let alone do it. And I had Chuck Norris as a guest on Truth or Consequences, and he did a demonstration that was so impressive that I thought, ooh, I want to do that. Here's my friend in retirement. She sees more of me, and I see more of her. And we're happy on it, aren't we, Jesse?
And while Bob's TV legacy is undisputed, he hosted everything from the Rose Parade to the Miss USA pageant and earned a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Emmys in 1999.
I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to all of these nice things said about me. Things that in the past only I've said about me. Well, you can't get too many of them.
He was also universally admired as an animal activist, using his platform to raise awareness with his famous sign-off.
Help control the pet population.
Yeah, he always says that at the end of the show.
That sign-off was immortalized by Eddie Murphy decades later in Shrek 2.
I say we take the sword and neuter him right here. Give him the Bob Barker treatment.
Well, I've always loved animals. I felt compelled to try to do what I could to change the
Oh,
situation.
man.
Bob took a hard stance when it came to fighting for the humane and ethical treatment of animals around the world. He was a vocal campaigner against all forms of animal cruelty and exploitation, protesting publicly on behalf of his four-legged friends.
Release those elephants and let them go into a sanctuary.
I would prefer that animals were not exploited in any way. Circuses, rodeos, movies, zoos, you name it.
Now look up there and smile. There you are.
We need more voices like mine, and we need more voices, period. I think that the fact that I have the opportunity to be with you on Entertainment Tonight is important. The fact that I have the opportunity to talk about animals to your vast audience is important.
Bob even took on movie studios demanding the ethical treatment of animals on set. No matter how cute and cuddly or large and majestic, Bob was their champion and made no apologies for it.
You get the idea I have an opinion?
You sure do. I'll tell you that much.
You should see me when I get councilmen to listen.
In his later years, Bob was plagued by health problems, including a torn ligament in his ankle, prostate surgery.
Yeah, I read that on
and neck surgery.
Wikipedia.
I had a carotid artery that had become blocked, and I had some surgery from which I've recovered very well, thank you. And I am back at work, and we're grinding out one hit after another.
In 2015, he suffered a bad fall on the sidewalk outside his home.
Yeah.
Twisted and landed right over here, but my head was up on the cement, and so I.
Yeah, he
cut
hit
my
his
off,
head and he
and I
survived
cut
that.
My knee
And he was-
scraped it.
Bob recovered.
How old was
from
he in
his scrapes and
2015? Like
bruises
92?
And enjoyed relatively good health well into his
Man.
late 90s. But we will always remember him for his warm smile and good nature and the happiness he brought to millions of fans.
I've enjoyed the whole thing. I really have.
Where am I going to be? I hope I'm up there looking down on the whole thing. I'd hate to think I'm looking up.
I would like to have them remember me as a man who loved all living things and did all he could during his life to make ours a better world for animals, and at the same time did a lot of television shows.
Oh, man. Well, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the greatest game show host of all time. He's now in heaven, finally reuniting with his wife. So, yeah, I might do some videos of me playing the Price is Right video game, you know, as a tribute. You know, that'd be cool. And I'll have to watch some classic Price is Right episodes. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Or no, I can put it in the end screen of the YouTube channel of the classic Price is Right episodes and moments. Yeah, because I found this like a couple of weeks ago, and this channel is only, this channel was created October 29th, 2020. Okay. Yes, it says, you can find full episodes on Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Amazon Freevee, Xumo, Xumo, hope I pronounced that right, and Redbox. I have Roku, the Roku channel on Fire Stick, and it's free. And it's a 24/7 channel, so yeah. Man. So if you have a favorite Bob Barker moment, let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite Price is Right game? Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of great ones. Yeah. So, I might, in the future, I might do some episodes of me playing the Price is Right video game on the PC and Nintendo Wii game. So, but yeah, man. So I think that is it. Thank you for watching this reaction video with me. I know I don't really do reaction videos much anymore, but I don't know. If I get back into doing reaction videos, I'll let you know, but I had to do this one today. Anyway, click any of these right here for more. And I'll talk to you guys next time. More videos coming soon. Rest in peace to Bob Barker.